my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature, and in my area it's kind of early, but it was a cold one last night, I have to say, because I do sleep in my car. I found myself waking up in the middle of the morning, heating up my car because it was cold. But I'm not the only one out there that is out in the winter nights in my area. There's other people out there that are sleeping outside like Starlight, not or in their cars. So anyway, I hope it is warmer in your area than in mine. And I don't know what the low was in the middle of the night, but I do know when I did check out the temperature this morning, it was 11 degrees. That's all I could say. But anyway, because it is early, I decided hey, I'm going to get a jump start today because the libraries are open at a certain time. I want to get in and get my stuff done before they get closed, because this is where I really want to make my videos, not in a cold car. So anyway, I do love all of you, and I don't know what you're going through, but I love you so much, and I really desire the best for everyone. And I received such a beautiful message from someone out there on my YouTube channel, some sweet lady. Thank you so much. She sent me a love message. She said she loves me. And isn't that just, something that will make your whole rest of your month, really, just hearing somebody that don't even know you, but they just reached out and said how much they love me. And I love you too. So, and I love you, and I love you, and I especially love you. So anyway, besides me loving you, I want to say thank you for you supporting me and watching my videos. And I just want to make sure that you are taking really good care of yourself. And if you are in the areas like where Starlight is, where you're like, I hope you're staying warm somehow or another. Bundle up like Starlight does. I don't fool around in the winter. And anyway, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome, and you can find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. Plus, if you want to see that change in the world or be that change in the world, you can by giving this video a thumbs up. That way, other people will see it on the YouTube, and it's so important that these videos do get out. So please, not only give them thumbs up, but you could share my videos. You could share my videos with your family, with your friends, your neighbors, a homeless person, anyone. Please, we need to get these videos out, not just to grow my channel, but to help people that are in need of this information that I have struggled so much through in my life to get this information out to you. So this did not come easy for me to get any of this information that I do have on my YouTube channel, and some of the information has came from another deep diver out there, Infinite Waters Ralph Smart. He is my mentor, and I've been under him from 2017 till now. So thank you so much for all the work that he does to help me to become my greatest version, and not only to be my greatest version, but to be that change that I want to see in the world. And it does take a lot of work. And not only you can share my videos, you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to push the notification bell. Starlight will ring it. And you can follow me on Instagram, and that is at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So anyway, I do want to send my love out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I really am on a high of my own. I just told a man that this week I got out of my car, and it's crazy where he was asking me for a donation, and I'm like, here I am in my car, and right now but I got out of my car. I told him I'm high on life, and it was really interesting. I actually talked to two different men. So one man and I were talking one day at the same street and around the same location, and it was really cool where he understood that there's other dimensions. Like I told him, I'm in the 5D right now. I am so high on life. I said, I don't need any drugs, and I absolutely don't. And all of you might think it's crazy. Why am I so happy? Starlight, aren't you in your car living? Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's the end of the world. I am learning so much. So I am so grateful that the universe, God, has put me in this situation, because there are things that Starlight really is looking forward to for the 2024. And I am so excited. I went for a job, and I'm really gonna, after this, I'm gonna go online and I am gonna go for that job, and I'm so excited to see what God has in store for me, where I can be a help and a service to others like you. So anyway, I am so excited. I already got the job. I've already been working there, so it is a job for Starlight. One way or another, that job is going to land on my lap, and it's going to be a job that I love, not a job that I'm going to be stressed out over, because I know the job that I'm going to get, or already got hired for, that is because I'm helping people. Those are the greatest jobs, when you can walk away and you say, I feel really great, because what I did today could save somebody's life or help somebody's life. And help them to be happy and more clear and all that. And that's what my YouTube channel is about, is to inspire you and help you to be that change by seeing the things that not just you need to work on, but I need to work on. We all got stuff to work on. So I'm not here pointing fingers at you, because a lot of what I talk about is things that I had to work on at the time that I was making those videos. So a lot of times when I do make videos, it's things that I am going through, and it's a lot of work. So I don't want you to give up. You've got to keep going. You've got to keep fighting that fight every day. There's times that we need to give up, like in bad relationships or jobs that are not serving us, or locations or whatever that is not helping us out. So don't ever let anybody say, oh, you quit. Well, if you're bettering yourself, it is okay to quit. But as far as not giving up in life, as fighting that fight, that everyday grind that we have to all go through, don't give up that fight. Don't give up that fight that, each day you got another day to start all over. And I thought of that a long time ago. I was like, well, you know what? Yesterday might have been a crappy day, but that's okay. I have a new day today to start all over and, leave that day. There's nothing I can do with what happened yesterday. But I know I'm getting kind of a little carried away here, but that is a lot of what I'm going to be talking about with you anyway today. So it really has a lot to do with the topic of the day. And of course you push the button, and this is for the people that where things just keep on getting worse. You might have gone through hell as a child, or even before you were born. And, as you have gone through life, you realize, what the heck is going on? No matter what I do, I go like in a downward spiral and things get worse, and it could be relationships. Like, man, I just got out of one relationship, and that was horrible. And, I took some time off, I spent some time with myself. I needed a break from that relationship. And then I thought I was ready, and then I jumped into another relationship, and now, what is up? Now I'm in this other relationship where I'm still not happy in, or maybe it's a job. Maybe you're like, what is up? I started off with this job when I was little, when I was young, like a teenager or a young adult, and you didn't like that job, you hated it, you weren't even getting paid, and you're still, all the jobs that you think about throughout your life, It could have been the boss that was horrible. There's bosses out there. They don't really love their employees. They don't respect them. They use them like a slave. They don't even pay them right. They overdo it with the workload that they give you, or they put you to long hours of the day where you don't even have any time to work on yourself or to spend time with your family, and then you get all stressed out, and then you come home and you don't even have time for your wife or your husband or your children or your mom or dad or brothers or friends or family or anybody. It's because they don't care. They are building up their empire. They really don't care about your health and your family or your vacation time. Do you even get vacation time? And then they have, so it goes on and on and on. Or maybe the job that you're working at, it just is a bunch of toxic energy. And, a lot of you might think Starlight's crazy for getting hired at a cleaning company and quitting in my situation. Is she crazy? Is she off her rocker? Because, girl, you were in your car living and it was getting colder and you got it hired for a job and you were getting a paycheck every week and you could have just kept on staying in that job. And I know you were not happy with the job, but Starlight, why did you quit? Well, it is so vitally important to protect your energy. It is vitally. And a lot of times people, what it is, they are in the fear frequency, a low vibration. They are afraid. They are afraid that they're not going to be able to make it if they quit that job. Their trust is not in God. There's many Christians out in the world. They say, I believe in God. I trust God. But when it really, when shit really hits the fan, they're running. They're scared. They're backing up in their holes. They're going back to the job they hate. They're going back in the relationship that they, are being abused and not treated right. And, all kinds of crazy stuff goes on in relationships and at work, or even locations where you live. I'm not happy where I live. I'm in the city, the neighborhood, they're so nosy, there's a lot of crime on my street, but I'm gonna stay here because the rent is so freaking cheap and I can't. That's the number one problem. Believe me, I was there a couple years ago when I should have moved out of my apartment because I made a police report of being spied on, not knowing how, but I knew I was being spied on in my apartment, even though I could not prove it because the cops never did the investigation properly in my area. And I was thinking, universe, I can't move out. And then I was thinking all the work that it would have took for me to move all my stuff. Believe me, if you knew the stuff that I had in my apartment, where am I going to put it all? I needed more space. Have you ever been there? I need more stuff. And it was arts and crafts, really. It was a lot of arts and crafts. Like, I could have had a secondhand store on just, not secondhand store, because most of the stuff was brand new. So I had so much stuff that it was stopping me of getting out of a place that I did not feel safe. So even though I knew that I was being spied on, I decided I'm going to just stay in this place knowing I'm being spied on instead of trusting in the universe and getting the heck out of there. And that is why I'm in this space right now in my car, is because if I only listened to the angels when they gave me messages telling me that I need to move, if I had just listened and obeyed when they were speaking to me through numbers or dreams or tarot card reading, it is more possible that I wouldn't have been in this situation in the first place. So it is so important, and you might be new to my YouTube channel because this is a totally different topic than most of my videos, but I just wrote to somebody last night on Instagram and I said, I got some shit to share. SS, yeah, shit share. But anyway, yes, I do. I got some really important stuff, and that's why I'm so excited about my job. I already But anyway, I do love you is even though you might think, Starlight, you're at the bottom, but that's your point of view. You know, just because I look like I'm in a bad situation doesn't mean that I am not taking it that way. And is things perfect? No, they're not perfect. And I do get uncomfortable, but you know what? I am happier where I am now in my situation than being in a crowded shelter with other people that have mental illnesses and that are alcoholics and that are drug users doing needles and people that have weapons. You bet your ass I feel a whole lot safer in my vehicle. Thank you. And on that note is I do not have to share my space with somebody that peed their pants where they dried, or somebody that's sick and have pain through the night and I get to hear them moan through the whole night. I am much greater in my vehicle and I am much safer. Thank you. And I have the archangels and I have the universe protecting me every single day and night. They are around me 24/7. I told them, I need you. Starlight needs assistance. Whoopsie. Every day, angels, please help Starlight. Thank you. So yes, if you have gone through so much in your life, there is a reason. And does it feel like it's getting worse, doesn't it? Like, how worse can a situation be with a relationship? Are you getting beaten? Are you even giving somebody permission to beat you? Are you letting people disrespect you even worse? There's a lot of reasons why you're going through so much. And are you miserable at the job that you have? You can't stand it. You're losing sleep. You can't even sleep at night. Now you're having health problems because you can't get it out of your head. What the heck? I can't stand my job. I don't like the relationship I am in. I cannot get no sleep. I got to go to the doctors because I'm so stressed out. I need somebody to talk to, but I don't know who to trust. Have you been there? You might be there right now. You might be like, Starlight, I can't trust my family. It could be a family issue, where you're like, what is up with my family? I try to help them here. I try to help them there. And no matter what I do, they just want more. It's never enough. They're like, hey, when you get done with that, can you help me out with this? And then you get another relative and they're like pulling you this way. You're being pulled that way. Your boss is pulling you this way. Your kids are pulling you that way. The government's pulling you this way. You're just being stretched all around. You're just like you feel like you're losing it. But, the way this world is that we're taught to never give up. Aren't we? We are taught to never give up. Keep going. Yeah, keep going in that job. Don't give up. Keep going on in that relationship. You can't give up. Oh yeah, you're married, but you cannot give up. You got to stay in that abusive relationship or the relationship that is not serving you, a relationship where you are stressed, where you cannot sleep, where you like you dread going in the same bed with that person, or when you wake up, you just know, how they're going to be and how they're going to treat you and how they just use you for one thing or another. Aren't you tired of that? Aren't you tired of having people take advantage of you? And aren't you tired of being pulled one way or another, why people don't respect you and love you and care about you and that they're looking out for you? All they're doing is using you. You got this person over here, your family member, a friend that says they're a friend, but they want to kill you. They talk ugly to you and right to your face. They down you. They disrespect you. Are you tired? Are you tired of going to that job that's just draining the life out of you? And then when you get your paycheck, it just goes all on the bills and you don't have nothing at the end. Are you tired of having to go to the government and barely making enough for the month to live on? And where they can actually, use that money and give it to you and make you feel good, and and then when you take that money, a lot of people think, hey, I'll go to the government and get some help, they'll give me some money, and you got to go through all these things that they have, all the paperwork, even if you try to get like SSI or Social Security, there is a lot of paper forms, isn't there? And a lot of, they do a lot of tests with you when you go try to get disability. Starlight tried to do that when I was younger. I did. I tried to get disability. I thought there was something wrong with me. I had issues about being out in public and being around people. So I was I couldn't even go to the grocery store without falling apart, So, is that you? Do you, feel lost when you're out in public? Do you feel, like your energy is being, do you get sick out in public? Do you, not want to be around people? Like, get me away, because there are people out there like what Starlight was, especially when you're younger. It doesn't even matter what age, depending on what you've gone through in life, So is it that you've gone through so much you just can't take anymore? So anyway, I'm just kind of building this up as far as different things that it could drive you crazy, or even, how about church? You've gone to church and you're like, what the heck? I even thought, okay, I'll go to church. They can help me, because they're supposed to be of God, the creator of all. So I'm going to go to church thinking they can help me to clean up my mess. And then you get there, and then you're like, what the heck happened there? Because now they're abusing me. And not just abusing me, but abusing my kids. They're telling me what time I should wake up in the morning, who I should hang out with, what clothes I should wear. They're controlling everything. What time I should wake up, what time I should go to bed. What is up? They actually are abusing me through the Word of God. They're using the Word of God, and they're twisting the Word of God. They're lying to the people. They're attacking me. They're, like that stuff happens in churches where they use the congregation as an audience, and everybody's into gossiping and rumors and backstabbing and being fake at the churches, most of them. Where, brothers and sisters in the Lord are supposed to be praying for each other for their needs, not to be backstabbing and talking to the pastor about other people's crap. Instead, that's what they're doing. They're actually, the biggest hypocrites that I've ever met is at the church. It's not outside it's inside the church. Have you ever been there? Or they just keep on asking for your money all the time. Like, there's some churches, how many envelopes do they ask about money? I've met them. Actually, I knew a lady that was Catholic, and they wouldn't help her with a church service at her house, but they would come to her house, and visit with a whole bunch of envelopes so they could take her money. And she's seen it. She told me before she passed away is what they were doing, because we were open to talk to each other. She loved having Starlight come to her house, and we were in Storyland. I was learning about her past, that she lived in the time of depression and the things that she went through, and it was beautiful getting to know her. But it was really sad that people were taking advantage of her. The church members and the church people were taking advantage of her, just wanting her for all the money, because she was such a beautiful lady and she had a big heart and she loved to give and help people out. But she was not blind. So she was like a mom figure to me, and I bawled like a little baby when she passed away. But she is in a good place. Nobody can take her money away anymore. And so anyway, if you want to understand, why you're going through what you're going through, is that you got lessons to learn. All those things don't happen. God is really trying to get your attention, and you really need to wake up to what is God doing? Why? And then you get mad at God because you feel like God, did you forsaken me? What is it? I I try so hard, but the more I try, I feel like I'm just making more of a mess, like, and I want to be in a relationship. I want a good job. I want to be happy. But how do I get there? How do I manage to get there? I look at my past and I look at my present, and I'm scared of my future. I'm like, I mean, if I look back there, how am I ever going to get to really what I dream and want in life is to the future of what I want to create. And that's the thing, is that, they have kept you at a low frequency, and there's so many reasons why you are kept at that low frequency and why things are not working out for you. But I know this video is getting kind of long, but you really need to really check out some videos on my playlist, and they really will help out. My very first playlist is Are You Searching for Guidance? And it's very interesting. Starlight doesn't do this very much, but because of my situation in my car, is that I went to a diner this morning because guess what? You can get refills. I need to get warm, instead of wasting my gas money by always reheating my car, and I needed somewhere to get inside, to get warm and have something hot to drink. So yeah, Starlight did drink some coffee. But it's because I'm in this situation. I can quit at any time I want, but right now I need to get inside where it's warm, and I'm not just constantly heating my car up all the time. I need some space, some stretch out to get around other people. And it's interesting because when I was in this diner, I love myself so much. Like even yesterday I had to go for some appointments, and I got my blood work checked out yesterday. And when I went to that building, and I'm backtracking a little bit, so hang on, we're going for a ride. Starlight's driving. So I went to the place to draw blood so they could check to see if I'm eating good and all that stuff, make sure everything is, the way it should be. And you got to pull a number. Well, so it's funny. I was like, hang on, let me see. See if I have it here. So I get a number. I'm not going to look because it's going to be too hard to dig that out. So I get a number, and I was like, well, I was like sitting there, and I couldn't wait to get out of my appointment because I want to look that number up. See, that's one of the numbers you want to look up because it was your number. That was a number that the universe wanted me to look at and to find out, what does that number mean? You're probably like, Starlight, what was the number? Do you want to hear the number? The number was actually 91. So what does it mean when you get the number 91? Have you ever gone anywhere and you had to pick a number? Just plain one number? And then, okay, I seen a couple people at the place, and I was talking to a man, and he had his number, and we were talking about our numbers, and I said, well, did you know that numbers have meanings? And so I was in a high yesterday. I have been in a high every day, and it is funny is that, I am rich and I am abundant, even though my bank account doesn't say that. But I am so rich and I am so abundant, and I'm so happy, and I am complete. And so I got this guy going, he's an older guy, an older gentleman. And so he's like, his number was 94. And then a lady came and she was wearing red. So I complimented her on her red coat because I had a red sweater. And I said, wow, I love the color red. And it is so beautiful. I got connected with these two people that were older. I love everyone. And I ended up getting my name called, and I got my blood drawn, And when I left, they just felt so good because I made them feel so important over little tiny things. So it is amazing. I did that all through my day. It's just, just spreading love and peace all over to people, just spreading myself out because I really do. I have a lot of love for people. And then this morning, I go into the diner and I'm at a table, and every table has a number. So what table number was Starlight sitting at? So it's a message for me. There was a number at my table, and I'm like, what does, because that's why I wanted to go to the diner in the first place, is because I got all these numbers to check out. And, whoops, well, this is not my dream book, but I'm going to show you the back of it, is I had my dreams that I had to study that I had last night. So that's what I was doing, is go to the diner and study my dreams and my numbers out. Those numbers are so vitally important, and the dreams. And, if you have struggled your whole life, and wondering what is going on, how come no matter what I do, it just seems like I'm going, in a downward. I know I'm doing something wrong, but how do I correct this mess? I try to go to church, I try to do this, I try to do that, and nothing seems to work. I feel like God has forsaken me. I don't even believe if there's a God. Is there really a God? Like, how come God is not helping me? Where is God? They say there's a God, but where, not that God is a he, but where is God? And a lot of people feel like that. They're like, well, if there was a God, then why doesn't God stop the war that now? But that's the whole thing. It's all an illusion. I got you on that one, didn't I? But yeah, it's all an illusion. So I know that was a big blow. But yeah, it is all an illusion, and those numbers are have meanings. Now, again, I'm so high today, is when I was in the diner, I was like sitting there, and I'm looking around, really just checking everything out. Because, the more awake you get, the more aware you get. And I have got so far to go. I got a long way to go. I'm just in the beginning stage here of seeing past the illusions out in this world, out in this 3D matrix that we are living in. There's stimulations and all this, all the stuff that synchronicities, if I said that right, with numbers, when you see repeated numbers or numbers that stand out, like this morning, sitting in the diner, for example. That's why I gotta admit to you that yes, Starlight did have coffee this morning, but I know it's not controlling me. I don't drink it every day. Today it's on a weekend. I got to get out of my car. It's too cold to just sit there and reheat the car up every so many minutes, and it takes like a good half hour to really get the car even warmed up. So anyway, the other number that I noticed in the diner was all the workers had the name of the diner, and on the back of all their shirts had the number 24. So it is ching. So it is so cool. What does the number 24 mean? And so it is really cool. And then this morning I did look up my number from the blood drive. Not blood drive, but it was where they take my blood, to check it out. With that little tag there that they gave me with that number. When I was looking up my number, I was thinking of the older gentleman from yesterday, thinking, I hope I got him to check out his number 94. I was really hoping, and that lady overheard me because she was right there at the time when I was speaking to him. And then she sat down and she just smiled at me, when I was talking to him about the numbers. But it was so beautiful when I got done, when they did took my blood, for the check it out, is when I walked out of the room after I gave my blood, they both sparkled, It just was, people are not used to people being friendly out in public, and Starlight is super friendly. I don't care what you look like, smell like, I don't care if you're rich or poor. Starlight, more than likely, unless you just totally come, act like, there's some people, they really do that, of a dark energy where they're stone cold, and I'll like look at them and I don't get no response at all. Then I just kind of let that go. I'm like, I guess I don't really want to, I do want to reach out to you, but I kind of feel that vibe off of you, and I guess I'll just walk through, But, you've gone through a lot is because you have lessons to learn. There's things that God is trying to get your attention. The universe is trying to get your attention, but you're so distracted with all your problems that you have. Your mind is, forget about that, right? The overactive thoughts, the overactive imagination where you just make things even worse because you don't make sense of anything, what's going on. Believe me, I've been there where you just make things worse because you don't even know how to interpret what is going on and why is God not helping you. Can't you just get off of this planet somehow or another? Have you been there? Have you been there where you're like, can't the aliens take me away? Because Starlight was there. Please, I know there's aliens. I'm one. But how come they just didn't come and take me out of there? The aliens have protected me for years throughout my whole life. They visit me when I go in the hospitals all the time. I have got, it's been a trip with the aliens. God never forsaken you, number one. God isn't like a genie, like I put in a video going, I'm trying to think of my video. Your wish is my command. Wouldn't that be something if, we just had this genie in a bottle and we just like we just say, yeah, destroy that person. We would be dangerous. I know people that would love to be able to have that power to control, but, there's a lot of people out there, they think they could do a better job than God can. A lot of people. They think that, I don't like the way God's doing it. Let me get in there. Yeah, right. I really don't want you to be the one to, because, there wouldn't be anybody alive. We're all dead. There, I took care of that problem. But, you got to really understand is that you're not learning a lesson. You're not learning the lessons because you keep on repeating them because you're not changing the way you see things and perceive things. And Starlight was doing that. And my heart goes out to you. It can change all the way around, but you really got to focus on yourself. You got to trust in God. God did not forsake you. God did not leave you. He has been there. He is with you all the time. He's inside of you. If you'd only would understand, and you don't have to, I'm not saying to go to church, absolutely not. Starlight will never go into church, like for a service, But I am not trying to win you over to go to church and read your Bible every day. Absolutely not. They say that people that are religious or go to church are afraid that they're going to burn in hell or go to hell. And Starlight's already been in hell. And spirituality are for people that already been there. So that's where Starlight, you're going to find Starlight. And yes, I do make videos because I am trying to reach people that have gone to church or experienced what it's like, and the people that are trapped in another program. That's what it is. It's a program of the Matrix, is to trap you into another box to control you. That's what the church is. It's another program to control you. So that is what I've learned the hard way. So I don't want you to go running to church, but I can't stop you if you did. What you need to understand is that the archangels are there constantly all the time around you, and they've been trying to get your attention. But you are so distracted. You are so distracted by the news and the movies and the music and your friends and your family trying to tell you what to do, trying to run your life. And when you realize that you need to get them out of your life, stop wasting your time and breath and energy for people that don't love you like you want to be loved and respected. But you've got to really ask the angels for guidance and reach out to them, ask them for help, say, please, archangels, I need assistance. Start with the biggest thing that you got going on. What's the worst thing that you got going on? What's the worst thing that you got going on? Or you could start with whatever you want to work on. Work on one thing. Focus on one thing that's really, really where you're really having a hard time with. But, you got to ask the right kind of question to the angels, and it's going to take patience. They answer you in the time frame that you need it the most. If you are feel like a stuck relationship or a stuck job, or you feel stuck at church, ask the universe is, if you already know that that relationship is not serving you and you're not being respected and you are being abused in one way or another, is if you are really, really being abused physically, verbally, or whatever, you really need to, if it's really serious and you got children, you really need to free yourself from that. Find a safe place that you can get out. Don't grab everything. Forget about all the material stuff, believe me, because it takes time and energy and all that stuff that is wasted. You really just want to find a safe family or a friend that you have that you can feel safe with, or they do have emergency care out there that they can actually take you and help you out so you are safe. Don't keep yourself locked in a situation feeling that you got to stay stuck in that horrible relationship, whether whoever it is, it's a family member or a relationship, a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, or wife. Please, that is the first thing you want to do, is remove yourself from that situation as quick as possible. And I definitely mean that. But if it's not such a serious case, is ask the universe, to please help me to find a way or a place to, you're really going to want to get out of that situation and have plans to how to set yourself free. If you don't have a job, or income, you're going to want to actually start looking for that, like going online somewhere. If you don't have a computer, you can go to the library or at a work source place out there, an employment place where they can help you and guide you to the kind of job that you will be happy with, so you can get some income coming in so you can get in a safe place. But you really need to trust in the universe and God, the archangels, for support and guidance, and if you got to believe and trust in yourself that you can do this. You really do. I have other videos. I know this video is long, but you can check out my playlist, and that is you could check out the first video, and it's different because that was my first video, so please give me a break on like how I worded things. I am getting better as I grow on my YouTube channel, and I will even get better yet. So anyway, as you can check out, my very first video is Are You Searching for Guidance? And there's videos on my playlist of the Archangels in the Universe. You're going to want to check out those to help you to understand how to be free. Also, there's videos on the Matrix, so the real truth of the reality that you live in, that you've been lied to. And I can't go through all the details on that, but you're going to have to trust me and check that out. Also, you can check out how to have a dream journal. And that is very important. That's what I was doing this morning. I didn't get to it yet, but I spent an hour at the diner waiting for the library to open up so I can start this new video. So you really do. You need it's a lot of work, but you know what? In the long run, it will really save you from a lot of stress and anxiety, and you really do. You need to love yourself, and there's so many other videos that I have to help you out to be that change that you want to see in the world, and I love you so much. So I'm so excited of the job I already have received from the universe. I already got my confirmation today, and I am trusting in the universe that God is going to supply. God has already been supplying all my needs, even in this situation where I am now. And I do love you, and God has a lot to offer you, but you have to be willing to trust the universe, trust God, and believe in yourself, and you have to act now. You cannot wait. You cannot wait for tomorrow. Today, now. Now is the time. It's not, 10 minutes later, an hour later. Now is when you want to start getting active and seeking the angels for help. Check out repeated numbers, and I have that. Are you a numbers person? Check that video out. There's other, I repeat a lot of stuff because it's so vitally important. Like, you would not understand it. It's so important. And that's why and that's what they've done with us. They repeat things over and over again. The government does it. The churches does it. That is the way they program you, but they do it in a negative way. So anyway, I do love you. You can give this video a thumbs up. You can share my videos with a family member, your friends, somebody that's going through stuff. Really, if you want to help them out, you would if you said, hey, check the Starlight Chick out. And also, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Whoopsie. Plus, don't forget, you can leave a message down below, beep, beep, beep. And you can also push the notification bell. That way you do not miss any videos. And you can also find me on Instagram, and that is at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. So I love you so much. I'm going to give you a big old hug. Doesn't that feel so good? So anyway, I do love you, and I really want you to stay warm if you're cold, and cool down if you're hot. So anyway, I do love all of you. This is Starlight. Love, light, and